We decide that we need to really make a stand because we found out that whenever we are sharing our problems, our issues, whatever we're going through, is like a voice in the wilderness. Pretty much nobody listens to us, nobody is hearing us, and we all know that the Maya leaders, they do have a platform, they have the podium. Whenever they speak, whenever they want to show something, it goes out to the rest of the world and the country.
Today, village leaders from several non-Mayan communities in Toledo district were at the head table for a press conference in Belize City, expressing concerns about the way things have progressed in terms of land disputes in the south. They say that the indigenous Maya people have been using the CCJ consent order to expand their claim for land well into what has traditionally been non-Mayan territory.
Presently, the Lands Department state that no taxes will be collected because the entire Mafredai village falls under communal land. How could that be possible? There was not even one consultation made with Mafredai. We do not want communal land system in Mafredai. We want to pay our land taxes and remain a private village. We have been deprived of our rights.
We noticed that slowly a Mayan village is encroaching on our village land in the Aramado area. And we have reported it to GOB, and we have took some pictures of it, and we have been in file. I want to make it very clear that San Felipe has nothing to do with the Aramado area. We have people from Asindoville with properties in the Aramado area. We have people with as much as 500 acres in property. So we are declaring Jacintoville, Armado as completely Jacintoville, nothing to do with San Felipe.
A map reportedly presented to the CCJ back in June of this year gave an indication of the land being claimed for the indigenous Maya people, its majority of the Toledo district, as depicted by the yellow in the map.
Upon one of my visits to the Lands Department, I was presented with that map. And that is when I saw how much of Barranco's land has been demarcated and is called Mayan land. The Mayans, because they feel like this ruling gives them ultimate jurisdiction over everything, they continue to do and claim more land. And I must add that a lot of these villages have a lot of Guatemalan, Quechua Guatemalans, right? They're inhabited by a lot of Quechua Guatemalans who are now privy to this ruling as well. So they also claim the right to land.
A few weeks ago, following a verbal exchange between villagers from Yemeri Grove and Laguna, officials from the Ministries of Natural Resources and Indigenous Peoples Affairs met with both sides, and a temporary border was agreed upon as an interim measure to de-escalate tensions in the area. Yemeri Grove Chairman Harold Usher says that they have not signed off on the draft agreement as yet because it did not reflect what was agreed to in the meeting held on October 13th.
We all used to share, sing, and learn to love each other and live in harmony. Since 2015, we have a small group of people who actually dictate the pace, right? The border between Yemeri Grove and Laguna, I believe since then, probably they move it like 5 different times, right? So every day, every month, every week, Laguna they grow, right? When it comes to the land size. Before they started the land's boundary or the visitation of the land, the guys from Belmopan on the ground, from the Lands Department, they drafted a letter for Yemeri Grove and Laguna to sign, which they drafted 3/4 of Yemeri Grove into Laguna. They then only drew a red line on some of the disputed area. How in the world will Yemeri Grove sign a letter showing 3/4 of their community being owned by Laguna?
Now, these community leaders say that they are forming a coalition to address the land dispute and to ensure that they too are not being disenfranchised, deprived of their rights.
from our knowledge as Belizean, as Creole, mediation mean we are come and we are sit down and we are talk and we are figure out how this thing will work. But it is a lopsided, one-way mediation. I'm calling on the Prime Minister and Mr. Cordell Hyde and Ms. Dolores Baloramos. We have no problem with communal land. Let them have their communal land if they want. But please respect our village. Please respect our village boundaries.
Barranco also has younger generation who have a right to land as well as any ordinary Belizean. We are born with that right to land. We have a right to own a piece of this jewel.
I stand in solidarity with the other East Indian, Creole, and Garifuna communities that are not in favor of the communal land system. We, the people of Mafredai, we need our land. We live off our lands, so we can't give up an inch of it. And we won't give up an inch of it.
Duane Moody for News 5.